A Texas woman was given a 3-year jail sentence on Friday for allegedly making death threats against the judge overseeing the case involving former President Donald Trump's secret materials. According to a press release from the Justice Department, Tiffani Shea Gish, a resident of Houston, was sentenced to 37 months in federal prison, with the possibility of 3 years of supervised release. By holding Tiffani Gish responsible for her threats to kill a federal judge, we send a clear message that we will not put up with those who, by hiding behind a phone line or distant keyboard, seek to undermine our democratic institutions by endangering the lives of those very people who make those institutions function, stated U.S. Attorney Alamdar S. Hamdani in a statement. A request for comment on Friday night was not immediately answered by the public defender named for Gish. Following a plea deal with prosecutors, Gish entered a guilty plea to 1 count of using interstate communications with a threat to kidnap or injure in November, according to court records. More than a year had passed since Gish was arrested in Houston on suspicion of leaving menacing voicemails for U.S. District Judge Aileen Cannon. Cannon is a Trump appointment and is in charge of the prosecution against the former president for handling sensitive data after leaving office. Gish entered that guilty plea. As per the court records, Gish had confessed to the federal marshals that she had written letters to Cannon, alerting the judge about her being designated for assassination and her intention to shoot her in front of her relatives. The sentencing on Friday takes place in the midst of attacks on other judges involved in Trump-related matters. A Texas lady was charged with making threats against Tanya Chutkan, U.S. District Judge, who is in charge of Trump's federal lawsuit involving election meddling last year. The trial was set to start next month, but Chutkan suddenly moved it up because Trump is appealing decisions that indicate he is not exempt from prosecution. The trial for the case involving the sensitive documents, which Cannon is in charge of, is set for May. In relation to classified materials found at his Mar-a-Lago estate more than a year after he departed office, Trump is accused of purposefully keeping national defense information and plotting with 2 co-defendants to erase his security footage from the property. Along with top aide Walt Nauta and Mar-a-Lago maintenance supervisor Carlos de Oliveira, Trump has entered a not guilty plea to all allegations and denied any wrongdoing. The team of special counsel Jack Smith requested in a brief on Thursday that Cannon reevaluate the order, directing the production of unredacted documents, claiming that these reveal the identities of over 24 witnesses and jeopardize their safety and evidence. A federal investigation is underway into threats that a potential witness in the case received on social media, according to a separate filing this week from the prosecution.